Well, it's another break-off shot in this match that could have been better.
One.
Yes, very well potted. Long reds rolled it in. With an angle to go into the bunch if he wishes. Playing with topspin here, so I think he's probably playing on the loose red.
Eight. Nine.
And this time into the bunch for sure. Topspin, trying to arc the cue ball into the pack. It's not the easiest shot with the bunch so tight to get them open. It's always the worry, cue ball will stick to them. Could hardly have played it better, I guess.
16.
Maybe to hit the reds not quite so square on would have been handy.
Cao Yupeng, 16.
Had a brief text conversation with Terry Griffiths at the interval, because he used to coach Cao Yupeng and he's enjoying watching. Hope you're well, Terry. And well, whatever you taught him is working out pretty well. Even to get this far, you know, even if he should be beaten in this final, which he leads 3-1, he's had the 147 break. The bonus for that, the high break prize, and at least 30,000 for getting to the final. It's a big payday. Someone who's middle ranked. It looks to me as if he's looking to win the title, though. It seems to be no signs of him just being happy with his lot.
Well, Terry will remember a certain Yorkshireman by the name of Joe Johnson at the 1986 World Championship who beat him in the quarter-finals, and of course turned up in the final, very much second favourite to Steve Davis, but really with nothing to lose, and went on famously to win the trophy. Well, again, it's not great from Robertson.
No, it's a very weak shot. There's no doubt that Yupeng has surprised a few of his opponents this week, because he hasn't been playing as well as this, and he seems to continue surprising people. Judd yesterday, no doubt didn't expect him to play as well, and I think even Neil Robertson expected that things might go a little bit more smoothly than they are so far. And he's pulling this, and he's worried where the cue ball's going to finish.
1.
Good shot. I mean, you can only make sure of the pot and hope for something. Although his next colour won't be straightforward. Well, this looks like a real stretch to me. I can't believe he can get to this without an extension on his cue. Or even the rest. Lo and behold, he's done just that. Put a bit more on the end of the cue. This way he can cue the yellow.
Well, he's got to keep a toe on the floor, Leo Scullion making sure that he is.
Three.
He was sat in the players' lounge during the interval as Robertson went to the practice table. Cao looked very relaxed. Clearly happy with his initial afternoon's work.
Four.
This wasn't absolutely clean, but it's gone in all the same.
Nine. Ten.
First two Home Nations events this season. English Open lost second round, Northern Ireland Open first round. But as I say, had been in a semi-final earlier in the campaign in Belgium. European Masters. Lost to Trump. And obviously the maximum he made first round, that was a great boost to his confidence. He's on that list, an increasingly long list now, 134 maximums on it. But he's on it, and that was a great way to start the tournament.
18.
Well, I must confess, I thought that was going to drop in. And it's a bit like a shot that Neil Robertson missed against John Higgins last night. Hit the same part of the jaw. It was a red below the black spot. I guess it was always a bit wide. But there's two blacks in this match that he's missed, which have come at inopportune moments, let's say. And both I thought he'd get.
One. 8.
No, it's just not quite happening, is it, for the Aussie at the minute? Got to try and stay positive, though, which he is in general, Neil Robertson.
Neil Robertson, 8.
But only able to score 8 from the missed black.
Yes, he hasn't been made to feel punished for that missed black. Robertson, like you say, not really doing a lot from the chance that came. If he could extend his lead here even more, things would be getting quite serious, I think. Because we know it's a long match. In the final 12 months ago, John Higgins had a long lead, or a decent lead, against Marco Fu, who pulled off, I think it was 8 frames in a row in the end. So a long match can turn around. He gets a clap, but I'm afraid the red has just drifted too far down the table. It's not an easy shot, but he might look at it. And he might just look at where the cue ball's going to go as well. Dangerous, this.
One.
And I'd be disappointed not to have just got a little bit more on that to get it in and out of bulk. Just tickling behind a colour here.
Neil Robertson, 1.
So advantage Robertson.
They all hit and hope.
Yeah, and it's just a question of if you've got no obvious shot, I guess there's a chance you might fluke one. It's one of those attentional pockets, isn't it? Nothing's gone in, but nothing's been left that easy, actually, either. Nearly fluke one in the middle.
It's amazing, though, a game of such intricate skill that sometimes you just see a player have the old heave-ho, see what happens. As you say, could have been a lot worse for Cao.
I've seen players do that when they have got a safety shot on. I've seen them, out of total frustration, just launch their cue into the cue ball, into the bunch, reds everywhere. Makes them feel a lot better after they've done it. Probably cost him the frame, but there you go. In that case, it was a little different.
Yes, well, Robertson's compatriot, Quinton Han, was well known for it. Frequently off the break-off shot, he'd smash him up.
Oh, that's a good shot.
One.
Kept his cool there, and he realised it was a difficult shot. There was a suggestion, I think Jimmy White and Ronnie O'Sullivan were right when they mentioned that the blue he took on before the interval was probably one shot too many, cut to the middle. It was horrible, cost him the frame. So he might just have to just temper that a little bit. Play that one much more sensibly. Yeah, this was the shot we're speaking about before the interval, frame 4.
3.
Neil had a number of safety options there, but he was just trying to force something into happening, and sometimes that can go wrong. So you just got to be aggressive, but controlled aggression, I think.
Four.
Yes, and it's a very decent
10.
chance now. But one he has to take.
$18.
High value colours will really help him here. Just trying to do the maths of the fact that he could actually be with reds and blacks and the yellow, not in need of the green. If he takes anything lower value, then he will need to pot the green in this visit
26.
to win the frame. Which he doesn't really want to happen where it's placed.
27.
I don't know if he's actually checked that with the scores. He's having a little look now. I get the feeling that Neil Robertson's the kind of player that's unlikely to miss a little help, bit of help like that. And he's had another look at the scores.
34. $35.
Yes, if he pots the pink here, black with the final red means he only needs a yellow.
$41.
Well, he's obviously hoping something goes wrong.
42.
That's just the only circumstances that Neil would have played that shot in that way, and I shouldn't think that he's played it nicely, although he's a bit straight on the black. Wow. And that's all because the angle didn't work out right.
The only good news for Robertson there was the double kiss, which has left the cue ball up the black end of the table. 17 in it then. as you can see, which obviously means Robertson does now need the green.
Certainly, now that he's missed the black. Now he could get the snooker here. Yes, well, that's not an easy snooker to hit, and this is a huge swerve if he's playing that way. Almost a masse that will be around the green. Probably needing to use the bottom cushion as well. Well, this would be a great shot. Unlucky as well.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Not a free ball, but it was very close to being one.
It's a very difficult shot to play. You've got to get a lot on this. He nearly got there, but if he played it maybe a touch slower, the spin and the swerve would have more time to go onto the ball.
Yeah? Where you Paul? Yeah.
Now, if he misses it again, it means that Robertson will only need the yellow. So, not the green.
Yes, and that makes a big difference, Dave. Good spot.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
See,
Yeah.
this will go back. I think that this is where the rule becomes a little awkward here, because if he was to miss this and hit the pink this time by accident, it wouldn't be called a miss. I beg your pardon, there's 25 in there now, isn't there? It would.
Is that back?
He's got to hit it, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Where you Paul? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to hit it, otherwise he needs snookers.
Yeah, that was the situation on the last snooker, wasn't it? If it had hit the pink, then there'd been 27 in there and no miss would have been called. But he's beyond that stage now. Well, question is, has he left it after all that? Yeah, this could be a little swerve as well.
Two.
Well, it proved a very profitable snooker for Neil Robertson.
Interesting to know how crucial this frame is if Robertson wins it at the end. Because one snooker is very gettable, especially where the black is. That will interest Cao Yupeng.
Robertson,
Can nestle something in behind there, the cue ball, at some point. Probably not from this shot.
Longest frame of the final so far, just coming up to 26 minutes. And may have some time yet to run yet, with just one snooker needed.
The worst thing there is that he's put the black awkward now. That was a good ball to be getting snookers behind where it was placed. A good effort, but there's a bit of this sticking out. That's by some way the longest frame of the match. I don't think he played it quite like that. It is a one cushion, ticklish one, which you'd expect a player like Neil Robertson to get.
Well, he's not the blue, slightly awkward, which favours Robertson. Because Cao obviously would need it if he was going to get the snooker and make the clearance. Well, I'm not quite sure how he's going to get the snooker. Things aren't looking as good as they did a few shots ago. Balls have gone tricky now. But while it's only one, it will always interest him. Got to be very accurate to get in behind the brown from that shot.
A few people thought there could be a few drawn-out battles of safety in this match, and this frame is the first real sign of that. Up until now, it's been free-flowing. Longest frame would have been 18 minutes. This one has been going over half an hour. It's about to end.
3.
Yeah, and in the end, the decisive moment was Robertson trapping Cao in that snooker on the yellow.
7.
Obviously wouldn't have panicked at the interval, but he's happy to get this frame on the board to make the match a little bit closer.
And the frame.